At a military base in Taiwan's north, the army is putting on a show, demonstrating new requirements that every soldier can fire, run and reload from multiple positions. Displays like these are meant to reassure the 23 million people here that the armed forces could defend the island from China.
I believe this kind of training will increase our ability to handle different situations on the battleground.
As of next year, young men will be expected to do a year of mandatory military service instead of the current requirement of just 4 months. Taiwan's forces are keen to get the local media on side to promote the change, even if it makes this display of war readiness look like fun and games.
So that is actually what is challenging, because you have to run and you have to aim. And when you're trying to aim, you have to make sure you aim accurately. But it's not easy because you'll be out of breath by the time you reach your destination.
Especially if you're doing a piece to camera.
Yes, indeed.
While the army spokesmen stay on script, the local reporters who cover Taiwan's military are more forthright about its image problems. Like most men in Taiwan, journalist Light Ye has gone through military training, but he never learned how to shoot and run.
A lot of young people in Taiwan think being a soldier is really inefficient, and it's just a waste of time. So now the army wants to illustrate how the new recruits will train in the future and what you'll learn during that 1 year as a soldier to show it's not just a waste of your time.
Polls show broad support across Taiwan for extending the mandatory service period. Russia's invasion of Ukraine and China's daily Air Force jets near the island have increased urgency. But some question why Taiwan's government waited almost 7 years since first being elected to announce the longer training time.
We think the timing is appropriate. We saw the Chinese threatening increasing, and we try to intensify our training process so that our professional militaries are capable of defending Taiwan. But after Speaker Pelosi visited Taiwan, that was the time that we were serious, that we need to do something more.
Taiwan's Foreign Minister Joseph Wu says a year of conflict in Ukraine has been a wake-up call for the Taiwanese. He proudly shows off the gloves of Kiev mayor and former boxing champion Vitaly Klitschko.
Especially the ordinary people here in Taiwan, when they saw the atrocities, the wars and the destructions, they know that it might also happen to Taiwan.
And he rejects concerns that Taiwan's military and its conscripts aren't battle-ready.
Do you really think, particularly Taiwan's young people, that they have the will to fight if push comes to shove?
Yes, I do believe so. My son is rather young, and he finished his military training. And if I check with him whether he is willing to defend the country, I'm sure he is willing to defend the country. And in the previous years, I think some of the young people criticize the content of the training. They think it's a waste of time. And we understand that as well. And that is the reason why we want to toughen up the training process and also the content of training.
These are the men who will determine whether Taiwan soldiers must enter battle in the next 5 years. Meeting in Beijing this week for the National People's Congress, China's Communist Party leaders are dismissive of Joseph Wu and other members of Taiwan's government, labelling them separatists who defy Beijing's sacred claim to the island.
Taiwan independence is as incompatible with peace and stability as fire is with water. The real threat to peace and stability is from the Taiwan independent separatist forces.
To make his point, the new Foreign Minister Qin Gang read out China's constitution to assert that Taiwan is an inseparable part of China, and warned that Beijing considers the US's increasing political and military support for Taiwan as breaching a decades-old agreement for Washington not to support independence.
The Chinese people have every right to ask, why does the US talk at length about respecting sovereignty in Ukraine while disrespecting China's sovereignty in Taiwan? Why does the US ask China not to provide weapons to Russia while it keeps selling arms to Taiwan?
A recent leaked assessment from a senior American military commander expressed fears that elections in both Taiwan and the US next year could create an opportunity for Xi Jinping to make his move. But a conflict so soon is viewed by many analysts as unlikely.
We have quite a lot of support in Washington, D.C. Our support is across the aisle. So I'm not concerned if there's going to be a change of government in Washington, D.C., that Taiwan is going to suffer from the loss of American support.
It's a commitment from Washington neither Joseph Wu or Taiwan soldiers hope will be tested anytime soon, as they desperately try to make up for lost time, staring down an increasingly powerful giant across the water.